time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz.
What?
Nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz?
What?
I don't fuck with you, cuz you disrespecting me.
Hey.
I don't fuck with you, cuz you disrespecting me.
I go hard, cuz. Hey, you guys. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me make sure everything's set up, honey. I feel like I haven't been live in ages. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Yes, honey. I'm rocking the true blue. Today I got time. So I hope y'all are doing good. It's a lot going on. It is so much going on today. Hey, everybody. I feel like it's been a while since I've been live. Glad to be back. You guys know I've been working hard on the 2 documentaries that I put out. And that took several days of research and editing. And I just want to thank everybody who's watched it and just gave me positive feedback and really love the fact that I took a deep dive into the whole Astroworld situation and let people know how, really how serious it was. It wasn't just a blip on the radar. So I really appreciate you guys, everybody who tuned in to go check it out. Like I said, I wasn't promoting it. It was strictly for people, who had been supporting my channel and they wanted a deep dive. So that's why it was posted onto those particular platforms. But I know a lot of other people went to go join and, to go watch it. If you guys don't know, part 2 is on. It's available, so you can watch part 2 as well. So yeah, you guys, it's so much to talk about. It is insane. I just found out as I was getting ready, my homeboy ended up texting me and was like, look, Young Dolph got shot. So I just heard about this. This is like breaking news. But what's really disturbing is that right now on Twitter, they're saying that Black youngster's grandmother's house got shot. They're saying, who else? Somebody else's restaurant. Yo Gotti's mama's restaurant, Privé was shot up. And then they're saying that folks are really going to retaliate because of this whole shooting with Young Dolph. And I don't know how true that is. People are saying that the grandmother died. I don't know how true that is. But I know Memphis has been dealing with a lot of shootings. I have somebody that I know who lives down in Memphis. And we've been talking about this all summer. Like the streets of Memphis have already been hot. So with this whole rapper situation with Young Dolph getting shot, it may make the streets even hotter. Now, another thing that kind of, when I heard about him getting killed, what was so disturbing is that he got killed at the place that he was at just a week ago. From what people are saying, he likes to go around and promote, Black businesses in the area. And so he had went to Makita's cookie shop just a few days before this. And she says, I always make these cookies for Dolph. They're fresh and hot. So he was going on another cookie run. And that's when they ran up on him and they killed him. It's just very disturbing. Okay, somebody says, Miss Friday 16 says, I'm from Memphis. Those are false claims. Okay, thank you. Like I said, there's a lot of rumors right now on Twitter about, black youngster, excuse me, and, other people. So I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what's floating around Twitter. Hopefully nobody's grandma has been shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? But the streets are just going crazy right now. It's really sad. I want to go ahead and play you guys some of the video here. Give me just a second. Okay, this was him just 7 days ago at this cookie spot. Let me show y'all this really quick. And like I said, a lot of this stuff is just breaking. So let me share my screen with y'all. Okay, so this was him at this cookie spot a few days ago.
What you got? Chocolate chip, don't hot. Just for you.
Okay, so you seen that video, and this was earlier today.
Damn. Oh my God, y'all. They say Dolph dead, y'all. They say Dolph dead. Right up here on LA and Kitchen. I'm talking about I was just standing out here just seeing this shit. time I back up now. Damn. Oh, wait. I never seen no shit like this. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. They say this Dolph. They say this Dolph. They say this Dolph.
Okay, so let me come back on the screen real quick. Now I'm sure you guys are seeing some of the Soulja Boy comments, and people are saying that Soulja Boy sent people at the Young Dolph because of his Breakfast Club interview where he was going off. You know, again, all rumors until things are proven, but that's why people are saying, bringing up Soulja Boy's name for y'all who are asking. Let me see if I can find this other clip here. The whole thing is just a shame. And he has a beautiful family too. That's the sad part. Okay. I also want to show y'all this clip. Let me mute this. Okay, we've seen that one. I have a few clips set up. Okay, here it is. Here goes like another like angle or whatever. And then I want to talk about his album.
Ain't no way these folks get kicked out. Ain't no way these folks just straight came and ran down on Dolph. Dead ass. I figured it. That's what I'm saying. Bro, no.
Okay, so y'all just seen that video. Now, what also, you know, y'all, well, fuck it. Y'all know I'm a damn conspiracy theorist, right? I just find it strange that his last project that he worked on was called Illuminati Papers. Like, I find that very strange. Plus, like, the beef that's been going on with, like, him and Black Youngster. They've been beefing for years. And it kind of reignited again, like, earlier this year. But I just find this very interesting because he's been talking about for a while about being independent and haters and people in the industry mad at him because he's been talking about we need to go independent and stop giving all this money to these record labels. So I'm going to show y'all this clip here that I found as well. He did this interview a few months ago.
What'd you say? Niggas just, they fucked up, bro. Like, people can really witness your life and just become your enemy.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga envy you, bro. Nigga hate you because they see what you doing. You know what I mean? Like, in your business, like, it's just like, the shit be popping. Like, if I had to, I'm like, bro, nigga hate you because you talking all that independent shit, bro. You might need to tune down something. Like, you offending the whole industry. You know what I mean? Because everybody in major deals, bro, like, on major labels and signing labels and all that shit. Like, oh, you turn down this shit. And the other one, nigga, on that show. Fuck all that shit. That what got you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that what got you here, bro. It's your real life. You know what I mean, bro? You done hustle for this shit. You done grind for this shit, bro. You done lost sleep behind this shit. While you doing this shit, you losing niggas. You know what I mean? You losing niggas' friendship. Like, bro, you done went through all this shit. You niggas fuck everybody how they feel.
What'd you say?
The niggas.
Okay, so let me come back on the screen. Hold up. Okay, there we go. So like I said, that was his latest album that he dropped. You know, I just don't believe in a lot of coincidences. And I haven't listened to that particular album, so I don't know what songs are on there, if he was, you know, exposing people in the industry. But obviously this was a hit. Obviously he was being followed. And especially people knew his whereabouts, that he likes to go to this particular place. He was just there 7 days ago. And now he's been shot. I don't know. I just feel like the industry's gotten so dark and ugly. You know, there was a point in time where people were able to get signed, make their music, you know, grow old, take care of their family, take care of their loved ones. And it's like nowadays, it's like every other month, some rapper is getting killed. And I'm not even saying like, you know, major mainstream rappers, but even people who are up and coming. It's like it's just continuously happening all the time in hip hop. And again, I believe that part of that is because of the music, the vibration that's being put out. And I'm not just saying his music, so I'm not just saying Young Dolph, but I'm just saying like a lot of the music is just so low vibrational, because this doesn't really happen in a lot of genres. I mean, let's keep it real. We don't see country music people, you know, this country star has been shot, this pop star was killed. It's always in hip hop. So I mean, that tells you something. And I just think it's sad. You know, it's like he has his whole life. He had 2 kids. He was with his kid's mother. I don't know if they were married or not, but they were a beautiful family. And so to just hear this, it's like really shocking. It's like, damn, again, you know, so the whole situation is just, it's really sad. Let me go ahead and read some of these comments here. Eliza Princeton 499, she says Young Dolph's last album had demonic imagery. Look up his video Scales. Okay, I haven't watched that, but I know just the album cover on his last album. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Here it is, the Paper Route Illuminati. I think I said Illuminati Papers. I'm sorry. Paper Route Illuminati. That's what it's called. I knew it was something with paper and Illuminati. But this was the album cover. We see the pyramid with the all-seeing eye and everything, you know, but like I said, I don't want to judge the work because I haven't listened to the album, but I know I just found that very strange. I know he had just dropped that album and the name of the album, and then the fact that he was talking about independence, and then now all of this is happening. It's just weird. Let's see here. Highly Protected says, lovely to see you. Been on the Discord since the beginning. My PayPal was hacked. Opened up a ticket, no reply. Now kicked out. I'm distraught. Helped. Send an email. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Denise Gomez sent $19.99. Says, hey, Auntie, looking beautiful. Just wanted to say thank you for the Astroworld documentary. I remember seeing a comment on IG of someone saying that they felt Travis was after them. And man, it did feel that way. I had to do a prayer. Yeah, the documentary kept a lot of people up. I made a lot of connections, you know, and it's like the more information that comes out, the more I believe that this was no accident. There was just, Live Nation has put together too many things, too many events that have gone through flawlessly, way too many mistakes, random people being hired. I believe this was all done for a reason. And I believe that they're just going to make Travis Scott disposable. He's going to be the fall guy for a lot of this, even though the blame, there's so much blame to go around. But the whole situation is just disgusting. But I'm glad I was able to just kind of put it into a documentary that people are able to watch and enjoy. So thank you for that. Shy Francois says, you're beautiful inside and out. Thank you for the time you put into everything you touch. Documentary was long and dope. Thanks for shining your light. You are so welcome, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Crystal Jewel says, hey, T, I enjoy your channel. Thank you so much. Young Kobe sent 20 says, are we going to protest? Is somebody going to tell the police who did it? Or are we going to continue to send RIP emojis and condolences to his family? But we need to start holding our own community accountable. Ooh, well, now you're talking too much sense. Because again, when you say that, you know, you're wrong. You know, when you say, well, it seems like people only get up in, you know, arms when it's a police shooting. But unfortunately, when this happens in our own community, it's just RIP, you know, and hopefully something comes of this, but who knows? You know, that's the sad part. Hopefully people will step up and, you know, the person who did this to him will be arrested and hopefully convicted. But again, people have a lot of energy when it's the police shooting. But again, you know, when you say that, you're wrong. But thank you for the super chat, Young Kobe. Karima Shabazz 20 says, you're right about the music. I signed off when I found out what was really being said at the beginning of Mercy. Nope. Psalms 91, Florida Water, Palo Santos, not today. Thanks for staying real, T. You are so welcome. Thank you. Andre B says, demon time, still looking good to people. Regardless of what you believe in, everyone take care and protect your energy. Much love to all. Exactly. Exactly. That demon time is still manifesting from 2020. Wavy T says, a few months ago, Young Dolph's wife, okay, so they are married. I wasn't sure. Thank you. Talked about whether Black Lives Matter is in the Black community. That's too bad. And now, you know what I'm saying, now she's a widow, and behind what? That's the sad part. Silver Palm says, sending love from the UK. Love you, T. Do stay blessed. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming through. Marcus, the CEO, said, glad I caught the live. Just got off work and was going to take a nap, but I had to be in this live because I'm up now. Thank you so much. I feel you. Okay, Her Awakening sent $4.99 says, I'm really not feeling how Soulja Boy just mentioned Dolph in the Breakfast Club on Friday. Weird as F. Yes, and I can't play it because y'all know the Breakfast Club will, you know, they'll take down the stream. But if you watch it, it's on Twitter, and he's going off. Like, he is snapping about Young Dolph. And then it's like, for him to be killed, it is weird. And I'm not saying that Soulja Boy sent shooters or anything like that, but it's weird. Like, all these weird ass connections, and then all these people just always low key beefing. It's like, it's just never peace in hip hop. It's just always some beef. So yeah, I found that very strange too. So thank you. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, just popped up. Yo Mama's Papa sent $200. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You always look out. They said, gave you an extra for that documentary, From the West Coast with Love. Lovelyti, your research was amazing. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad you enjoyed the documentary. Thank you for the $200. I really appreciate you. So, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. And I'm just glad that people are really taking something away from it. So now I want to talk about this whole DaniLeigh situation. This situation is insane to me. Now, I was busy with the editing when everything was going on that day. I was still trying to finish everything up. So I had to like kind of catch up. And Marinelle, one of my mods, was getting me up to speed on everything. So I got a chance to watch a lot of the video, to watch the back and forth, to watch the only reason why DaBaby even showed DaBaby was to get under her skin. This whole situation is really disturbing to me. And, you know, let me put it out there. Have I had my issues with DaniLeigh in the past? Yes, of course. I didn't like the whole, you know, a yellow bone is what he wants. But let's keep it real. The reason why she said that is because DaBaby gassed her up into feeling that way. Same way Sin Santana talked about how black dudes would always diss black women around her and say that Dominican and Puerto Rican women were better. So she didn't just wake up one day and just start thinking a yellow bone is what he wants. He told her a yellow bone is what he wants. And she thought it was cute to record the song. He was trying to act like he was co-signing it. You know, he was in her comment section, but then as soon as she got the backlash, he jumped ship and left her high and dry. So that right there was a red flag, okay? I'm sorry, but I can't revel in the treatment of this woman. Regardless of her mistakes that she's made in the past, some of the comments that I seen was like really disturbing. That's what she gets. He's still that dude. I support DaBaby all the way. And this was coming from women. Like, you know, I get the dudes co-signing DaBaby and all that dumb shit, but this was coming from women who were excusing his behavior. To me, neither one of them are innocent, but I'm not going to sit here and side with him just because you have an issue with a song that she put out. What he did to her as a mother and as a new mother was disgusting. So let me go ahead and just play y'all the video, and I'm going to talk more about how I feel about this whole situation. Because it's just, you know, just the way he was talking to her and saying you're nothing but a side bitch. I mean, if he could talk to her like that in the public, in front of millions of people, not millions, they're not that damn popular, in front of thousands of people, imagine how he talks to her behind the scenes. We need to stop normalizing verbal abuse, mental abuse. All of this shit is toxic. And for people to be trying to co-sign with him to spite her, that's a whole nother level of weird. Nothing in this video made me giddy. And then when I watched her break down crying, I thought that was really sad. And y'all know I'm big on fake fucking tears. You know, I'm always talking about tattooed tears. When I watched her break down, those weren't tattooed tears. That was a woman who was hurt. That was a woman who was embarrassed. And that was a woman who was realizing that everything her parents and her family and the fans told her about this man was true. That was a woman crying and being heartbroken. And I'm not saying that she didn't put herself in that situation, but he gets no props from me for that shit at all. So let me go ahead and play y'all the video. I found the whole thing just disgusting. And to know that a 3-month-old baby is in that room around that type of energy, and y'all are co-signing this and clapping and acting like what he did was okay, absolutely not. They're both in the wrong, but him especially. Let me go ahead and play this. And this is just halfway. It's from Race Racker Slick.
Somebody can make sure they leave. I can't go to the house to get my baby's clothes because I only have 4 outfits for her. Because I want to leave. So I'm showing you, bro. You wanted to get online to talk shit and put everybody in our business, trying to act like we're not. We haven't been together.
We haven't been together.
Okay, Jonathan. We haven't been together.
You don't know what's going on?
Oh my God, this is so funny.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh my God, how you gonna go
That's what you dealing with.
in the room right now?
Dealing with a real nigga. It's not. Hey, listen.
Like as if I'm not gonna come out here and talk.
I'm gonna let y'all see what's going on. Like, this is my reality.
Such a cat-ass man.
This is my reality.
This is such a cat-ass man. He wants to fuck me and fuck his baby mother and fuck all these Charlotte hoes and fuck all this shit. And me, I'll be okay with that, guys. And we come back and live here and stay in this fucking house with our child.
I don't want you to stay up.
Okay, yeah, I know you're trying to kick me out.
It's one of them real movies, man. Y'all look, tune in and see what we dealing with. Started really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in real life. I'm not going.
Because you're calling me a crazy ass woman. On the internet trying to make me look bad because your ass was trying to kick me out to go to a hotel with our 3-month baby. What?
Listen,
what? You just gonna?
I got the entire night. Sorry, can I do my live?
No. Go ahead, do your live.
That's why the folks got to come get out of here.
No, I'm leaving. Trust me, I'm leaving. But I need my shit here so I can leave here forever.
Why do you have stuff in my house? I've been trying to get you to leave my house for a week.
I had a whole closet in your house. I had a whole shoe rack in your house. I had a whole closet. I have a underwear drawer, idiot. I have a sign of a fucking sink in your bathroom. Stop acting like I just came into your life and just fucking. Oh my God, you're so funny. So funny. How you gonna go in my other room thinking I ain't gonna come out and talk?
I'm not tripping on you coming out. Why you still? You got to leave. This is real life. This is not. It's not the shit with your parents. No, let's get you one now. Do you need help? Let's get you a jet. You got to leave. Charlie got to go. Like, what's up? I can't leave. I've been sitting up all night. I can't get no sleep. This is get out. This is get up. Mix it. I'm not trying to be. Listen.
I'm trying to find the part. Let's see.
Hey, look, bro. This nigga know how to phone out, man. This is some trapper black niggas.
Are you crazy? You just came at me last night, you idiot.
Sorry, you bad. Let me run up a quick 10 minutes. Somebody tell Mar to comment, man. Let's put this shit on Mar. Shorty is Mar material. Get up out my crib. Come on, get out my table. Come out here.
Oh my God.
Get up out my table, Shorty.
Oh my God, no.
No, this shit stay on. Call them people to come get Shorty up out my spot.
Go ahead, call them. So get you and your child out spot. Go ahead.
I'm stuck. Hey, help. Help. Help me, nigga. Hey, why you sitting there? Do something. Do something, bro. And where's my baby? You see what I'm saying? Like, Steph, come on.
Your baby is sleeping. I just put her to
Go back there with her. Go.
No, I'm not talking about my business like that.
Girl.
Ain't nobody was a part of my privacy. You weren't a part of my privacy. You don't need to tell nobody nothing.
So she don't want me to put out her real business with her and her family got going on. That's the real issue.
That's not nothing to do with us.
This girl got a real, a real Matilda story type shit going on, that I try to save my child from.
Save your child.
She got to save her face. Her family got to save her face. My family's not in the industry. Being in the industry, they take care of my family. It's a difference.
Sorry, that's
I don't want to, hey, look, yeah, I didn't, you know, I didn't skewed in the wrong thing. I got to deal with what come with that. But my last name Kirk is what I do. So I take whatever come with that full responsibility. But Shawty is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Shawty is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. And Shawty is not my girl. Ain't never been my girl. Is my side bitch.
It's your what?
My side bitch. Shawty is a certified side bitch. Not mine.
Fucking embarrassing me like that.
Shawty is a certified side bitch. Just trying to act like she. Now, let's take it there. Her parents know she's my side bitch. Everybody knows she's a side bitch. She don't want y'all to know she's a side bitch. She got to save her face. She got to crash all the way out. All them folks. Save me. Help. You see it?
Okay, let me come back on the screen. That's just trash to watch. I'm gonna play you guys the next clip, and this is her like in the hallway breaking down, crying. So let me go ahead and pull this up here. This whole situation is a hot mess, and the sad part is there's a whole child involved in this foolishness. That's the saddest part of it all.
I feel like I need to go online because at this point it's already out there, and I feel like I'm never gonna speak on this shit ever again. And I feel like I might as well just let that shit go. And I just feel like it's so unfair, this situation, because this whole time I've been nothing but straight with this man, and I tried, you know what I'm saying? Tried nothing but genuine, pure love for this man. From the jump, 3 years ago, from the fucking jump. And of course, all this internet bullshit, all this everything always was something in our relationship. And it's definitely unfortunate. We have a child, so it's just like, it's just very unfortunate. But it ain't fair, my whole everything. Y'all think I'm a fucking bird because of this man. Like, y'all think I did this and that. Like, no, it was never that. It was never that. And I ain't here to clear nothing with nobody because I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me. But at the end of the day, like, I've never spoken on anything. I've never addressed anything because I didn't want to bring attention to it. But it's always the narrative on what it is, because I think this is the type of girl I am. This is that. No. So, no, it's just fucked up. And out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere. And I'm trying so hard to I tried to make this shit work. I tried to, for my baby, the best situation, but this ain't the best situation at all, bro. At all. I deserve so much better. I really do. So I hope, God, please, I pray that this is the last situation. This is the last time, because this is not it. It's not. Every single time I come back into it, it's not it. It's love, because I completely love that man, but it's not it. It don't matter how much you love somebody if it ain't right. It's never gonna be right. And when someone's not ready for something, it's never gonna be right. And you can't force somebody to be ready for something they're not ever gonna be ready for. He's okay with having 5, 6 fucking baby mothers. Like, nah. I was brought up different. I ain't going. You want me to be okay with some shit? I ain't going. So I will get out. I will leave. I don't even have a place in LA no more. I done dropped everything for my baby to have a good life and be in a nice, for her to know her dad, but I will go figure it out. Like I always have since I've been young. Never depended on a man. Never nothing. I will figure this shit out. So, and that's it. I'm gonna keep. I ain't never brought this shit to the internet, but fuck it. I don't give a fuck. You wanna record me, talk about I'm gonna have this, then put out a fucking statement 10 minutes after this shit is going on. The fuck? Clout ass, weird ass man. The fuck? That's some weird ass shit right there. Like, you was planning this shit. The fuck? So.
Okay, child. Let me come back on the damn screen. They both don't work my damn nerves. I mean, the whole situation to me is just, it's disgusting. It's bullshit. But this is what I'll say to DaniLeigh, okay? Because she said something while she was crying that she wasn't raised like this. He has 5 different baby mothers and he wants to be able to smash each and every one of them plus her. And she wasn't raised like this. She needs something, you know, she needs to be in a better situation. There were plenty of red flags. This is why I keep trying to tell young girls. See, when older people speak, y'all let this sweep them down. They're hating or they're miserable or bitter or just whatever the fuck y'all think. This is why we keep telling young girls, okay? If it didn't work out with the first baby mother, the second, the third, and he's on baby mama number 4 or 5, why would you come along and want to be baby mother number 6? It does not make any sense. That's the same thing I said about the girls who were having kids with Future. I don't feel bad for none of y'all after baby mama number 2. I don't feel bad for y'all. How do you come in as the 8th one and think he's about to change? These men, first and foremost, are grown men. Let's start there. They're grown men in the industry where they're barely ever held accountable for anything, and people throw ass at them 24/7. Okay? So if you cannot handle that, you do not need to date somebody who's in the industry. You got the average guy out here who's a damn fry cook at Bojangles, fucking the fry girl and cheating and creeping. So you mean to tell me a celebrity like DaBaby or Future, who's worth millions of dollars, who so many people, you know what I'm saying, idolize and look up to, they're not going to be faithful. That's just what it is. Now, I think for her and girls like her, girls who are pretty and, you know, these guys gas up, oh, you're a yellow bone, oh, you got curly hair, all the stupid shit that, what's her name, B. Simone was all gassing her up and putting DaniLeigh on a pedestal, just the stupid shit. They don't gassed her head up into thinking that simply being pretty and having a fit body is what's going to keep a man. And that's not. Because, see, a lot of these dudes will cupcake and tell you whatever you want to hear while they're fucking. The same way Jada was jumping on August Alsina every chance she got, talking about, I'm going to leave Will, I'm going to leave Will. Bitch wasn't going nowhere. She was just getting some dick. So a lot of y'all need to understand the difference. Y'all need to look at the red flags. You see all these red flag emojis that are coming out on social media? There are red flags so you guys don't find yourself in the same situation. There were plenty of red flags for DaniLeigh to follow. But because he gassed her head up and people on social media gassed her head up, she thought that that's what he wanted and he would never depart from that. Wrong. This was an industry dude. He left the same woman, Mimi, who was holding him down when he ain't have shit. When he was running across the stage in that big ass adult diaper. Y'all forgot about that. Y'all only talk about the killer part. Remember when he was running around with that big adult diaper on, talking about he's the baby? When his first baby mother and the second baby mother was holding him down, he didn't respect them enough to be faithful to either one of them. What makes you think he's going to do that for you? And this is where a lot of girls need to just wake up and see the big picture. I'm not going to kick her while she's down because I don't think that's needed. All this is advice. You put yourself in this situation. Everybody knows what you do to get pregnant and not get pregnant. We're not talking about 2 teenagers. DaniLeigh is 26, DaBaby's damn near 30, okay? So at this point, you've gotten yourself in a situation where you have a baby with this man. I believe wholeheartedly that DaBaby is a narcissist, okay? He's a narcissist and he's very manipulative. I believe that because look at all the games he was playing between DaniLeigh and Mimi the whole time instead of just being upfront. And had them fighting. And then he had a whole nother side baby on Mimi. Because in between DaniLeigh and Mimi, there's another baby There's another little baby that he had, a little girl, about a year or so ago, before DaniLeigh. So at that point, Danny should have been like, okay, supposedly he was creeping with the baby's mother, but now he done got another so-called random pregnant. Then why would you want to come along and be the sixth or fifth? I don't know how many kids he got, either 5 or 6, baby's mother. You know, that's where we need to hold ourselves accountable as women. But as far as what he did, I don't respect it. And let's keep it real. It's very easy to hit live, okay? When you know you're going to go live, you're going to be on your best behavior. It's very easy to record somebody when you know the whole situation and they're unaware. People are going to be on their best behavior when they know they're being recorded. So, of course, he can play like, oh, look at her. She's crazy. She won't leave. She's tripping. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But what did you do to her to get her to that point? Let's talk about that. Because nobody's talking about before this motherfucker hit live. Okay? Everybody's talking about, you know, how she looks and, you know, oh, she don't look as good as she usually looks. Who cares about her look? She just had a kid. What did he do to poke the bear before she got the snapping and putting hands on him? Because that's what he's alleging, that she put hands on him. She threw his phone and all that stuff because she's been charged now. So again, if he could talk to her crazy like that in front of thousands of people watching this live, imagine what he says to her when nobody else is there, when nobody's watching. And that's the part I can't respect people taking up for him like what he did was okay. And then I see a lot of guys saying, well, he had to film himself to protect himself because, you know, if they would have came and, you know, the police were called, he'd be the one hauled off to jail. That may be true, but I feel like he instigated a lot of this because she was even saying she didn't even know where this came from. That basically they had just had sex earlier that day and he was mad because she hadn't taken her Plan B pill. My thing is this, if both of y'all have all this animosity towards each other, because I didn't even play the whole 17 minutes. Not going to do that. But y'all can go back and watch. He basically said that in so many words, he didn't want that baby. She was supposed to be on birth control. He was like, yeah, you went and had a baby. You know what I'm saying? You went and got pregnant and you were supposed to be on birth control. I didn't even want this kid, but I'm going to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my kid. So it's like, if that's how you feel about her, and this is how you feel about him, why are we still smashing raw? Can somebody explain that to me? Why are we still having raw sex and allowing him to come in you? Okay, the Plan B may work great, but guess what? Accidents happen. Plan B don't always plan the fuck out. So why are both of these people still putting themselves in a stupid situation to have not one, but possibly another potential baby? It does not make any sense. But again, when you talk truth, you're hating. There's nothing cute about this situation, and there's nothing cute about his behavior and the fact that he was talking about kicking his own child out at 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't make any sense. And then what I didn't like is how he ran to be spiteful to show that baby. She didn't want to show her baby, and she has every right not to. Because even I was wondering, well, damn, where's the baby at? We ain't seen this baby. At the end of the day, it's not our business what the baby looks like. That's between them. But what I found really funny was what he tried to imply when he showed the baby. And this is how he's manipulative. Let me go ahead and show my Instagram page. Because I found this very interesting, how he tried to talk about her family all of a sudden. He was here for all the yellow bone shit and gaslighting her and gassing her head up in the bedroom. But now he wants to talk about colorism. Interesting. Okay, let me pull it up here. This is when they was first fighting, when she was feeding the baby.
You want to record me talking about, shut the fuck up.
I gotta record you for my sake.
Yeah, go ahead. This is the first thing.
You ain't finna bring that man down. Get your phone. Close your phone.
The first time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like this.
No. Go with your move, crazy girl. You started your
Just disgusting.
But shout it. It's cuckoo for Cocoa.
Okay, we saw that
Call the
part.
fucking cops on you. To get out of his house. Go ahead.
Okay, let's just
Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Tell him. Where's this stupid ass nigga at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, whatever. He wanna call the fucking cops on me for whatever the fuck reason. Whatever. Stupid ass. My 3-month-old baby. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Fucking.
So then her brother got involved and he was going off about the situation. Basically telling DaBaby, keep my family's name out your mouth, you internet gangster, move in silence.
Daddy first, celebrity after. If I ever was him, was what it was, my baby wouldn't be right here on my arms. Cool. You know, I take care of my kids, but I'm gonna take care of my kids. And to show the families, I'm trying to chime in and speak on the situation. Y'all don't even know her. She don't know y'all either. She ain't never seen y'all a day in her life. Shorty mama, you ain't even met your grandbaby yet. Remember that. We'll come with it. We'll come with it. Daddy.
Okay, let me come back on the screen. But basically, he was also saying in the longer clip that they haven't met DaBaby, and the reason why they haven't met DaBaby is because DaBaby's half black. So once again, being manipulative, right? Because that was a dog whistle to black women to go on and attack her and still feel away about the whole yellow bone situation. Because he wasn't worried about this racially ambiguous family when he was fucking and getting her pregnant. But now all of a sudden, we're going to throw the fact that DaBaby's half black and the family is not, you know, seeing the grandchild because it's half black. He threw that in as a dog whistle. I see through the bullshit. I just find the whole situation just disgusting. I don't respect his moves. I don't respect how he was talking to her, you know, because he's always been more of a private guy. You know, he hasn't really, you know, put his business out there like that. The first time we really saw his business being put out there was when Mimi was exposing him for knocking up the, you know, a whole nother female. But usually than that, he's usually quiet and he usually keeps to himself for the most part. So this was just really disgusting to me to see him, you know, blast her in the way that he did. And then to see her, you know, really crying because she really realized she fucked up. She really did. And while it's very easy to sit on your high horse and say, I would never be in that situation, that's what she gets. Don't be so quick to laugh at another female's downfall in their relationship, because a lot of people talking have been through the same thing, if not worse. A lot of these dudes be running game, be, you know, saying one thing and then it's a whole nother. But this is why, as women, you have to be smart enough to see through the BS and stop acting like because he's dicking you down raw, somehow you're special. Absolutely not. He just doesn't like wearing condoms. It's just that simple. Feels better raw. It's not that damn deep. Doesn't make you his girlfriend. It doesn't make you his wife. He just likes raw sex. Period, point blank. So I just find the whole thing just really sad. And now because of dealing with him, because of all this mess, she's been charged. She has been charged with assault. And this is somebody who most likely does not have a criminal record. And now you have a criminal record because you chose to deal with this guy. So I really hope this is a wake-up call to Danny. Like I said, this is not me trying to knock her, because as women, we all make mistakes in relationships. But at some point, you have to wake up and you have to take accountability for your situation and understand that, you know, I understand you want to raise your child with the father. That's every woman's dream. Nobody wants to be a fucking single mother trying to struggle to raise their kids, especially a newborn, and have everything on you. Anybody trying to act like that's the life and, oh, I don't need a man and fuck a man, they're miserable. Don't listen to them. We're not going through 9 months of pregnancy, 20 hours of labor to be getting up in the middle of the night and taking care of a baby by ourselves. So I can't knock her for trying to go back and trying to make it work with her child's father. But at this point, he has shown you who he was, who he is. And when people show you who they are, you better believe them, because DaBaby has the spirit of murder on him. This man has killed people at Walmart, constantly bragging about it in his music. People praise him for this bullshit. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want him waking up in the middle of the night, snapping on me and doing some, you know, some shit, and then she don't wake up and, you know, something done happened to the baby and just all types of shit. His energy is just very off. Very off, very conniving, very negative. So she needs to wake up and get the hell up out of Dodge. Go raise your baby. Be a single mother. Do what you got to do. Because you got yourself in this mess, so now the only thing you can do is just move forward. Can't change the past, the baby's here. But what young girls who are watching this, instead of judging her situation and laughing, you better hope that you don't find yourself in a similar situation. Make sure your self-esteem is high enough where you're not gassed up by a dude just, you know, saying that you're light-skinned or that you have curly hair and that's just enough for you. Make sure your self-esteem is not that low. Because that's just game. A guy should see way more value in you than just your physical beauty. Because all that shit ends. All that goes away. You know what I'm saying? In a few years, after a few more kids, she may not be the stick skinny DaniLeigh. So all that goes away. What you should be focusing on is what he really loves about you in here. Who you are as a person. Your essence, your being. So I hope a lot of you young girls are taking notes instead of clowning this girl and putting yellow balls all over her damn Instagram page. I was just really shocked at some of the way some of the women were acting. Like they were so happy as if now the baby's about to come and date you. There's nothing to celebrate in this situation. They both look crazy. He looks crazier, in my personal opinion. And the sad part is that there's a 3-month-old baby who had nothing to do with this foolishness being affected. And this baby's going to grow up, and the internet, shit on the internet never goes away. So the baby has to grow up and hear that the daddy didn't want her. She was supposed to be a plan B baby, and it didn't plan out, and now she's here. Like, that's going to be some hurtful shit in a few years. And then the fact that he's saying that she's a side chick. You was nothing but a side bitch. Really? All them lovey-dovey pictures? I don't know anybody who's doing TikTok videos with their side bitch. Remember when he was brushing his hair and shit? He was doing that goofy ass dance. So my thing is, when does it constitute a relationship? You're making videos together. You're being seen together. Y'all got all types of pictures. You done met her family. She done met your family. You done got her pregnant. She done had the baby. So when does it constitute a relationship? And that's where, as women, you need to make sure that it really is that, not what you're thinking it is. Because see, what she thought it was and where his mentality was, two different places. Two totally different places. Let me go ahead and read these super chats. There's a bunch of them coming through. I'm sorry, I just have to keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and revel and take glee in some shit like that. I'm grown. She's young enough to be my kid. Not going to take glee in that. But I'm going to speak truth to power. And a lot of people need to look at her situation and hope that they never end up there. Because everything I saw from him was him being a manipulative narcissist. Let's see here. Pink Kisses, thank you for the $49.99, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see here. Tip Lyric says, love you, T. Great job on the Travis doc. Keep up the great work, Blue Gang. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming through. Andrea B sent $19.99. She says, I had to call my cousin out for making fun of Danny when she was in the same situation with a man that doesn't even work. I saw a lot of women happy when they probably have the same thing going on as well. Amen. That's what I found really funny with some of the comments. Half of y'all's baby daddies is for the streets. Half of y'all got fucking side kids related to your kids a block away. Let's talk about it. So what are y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all going so hard and clowning her when half of y'all can't even get a call back from the dude that you fucked the other night. So again, a lot of people's situations are not perfect. So instead of just, like I said, clowning and roasting her, how about we start giving young girls advice as to not what to, you know, as to what not to do. I mean, you even had, what's her name? Brittany Renner coming out talking about, don't nobody plan on being a baby's mother. Marriage ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let her live her life. Well, you may not plan on being a baby's mother, but if you're raw dogging somebody and not using protection, I'm sorry, that's how you become a baby's mother. So make it make sense. See, it's all this double speak. It's the double speak for me. As soon as people get into a situation, now it's, you know, I just got pregnant, don't know what happened. And again, they're still potentially putting themselves in the same situation by still having raw sex. At this point, she needs to call it a wrap. She's way too old. She's 26 now. She needs to move on with her life, go raise her baby, and stop fucking with DaBaby. The fact that his name is DaBaby says a lot. Shy B sent 10 says, I love you. Love you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Fit for Fashion says, hey T, just wanted to show you some love. You're one of my only trusted news sources. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, love. Let's see here. Coco Taylor says, Danny is not realizing how messed up her situation really is. I'm sure he gave many red flags, but she dismissed it all for the peen and clout. Exactly. Yes, there were many red flags. And that's the problem, is that as women, that's why I said there's really no camaraderie, you know, mixed with the whole, oh, you know, I am women, hear me roar, we're all in this together. Absolutely not. Females are all in competition with each other, right? And that's the part that's the saddest, is that a woman will see things happening to another woman, excuse everything that the man is doing to said woman, and then think that their coochie is supposed to just, you know, absolve all the shit that he's put other women through. It doesn't work that way. If you see the red signs and you see how they're treating somebody, what's going to make you any different? Yeah, he might treat you right for the time being because you're new, you're a new toy, you're a new present, you're something different. And then when he gets tired of you and puts you on the shelf and starts mistreating you, then he's going to go on to the next new thing. So the key is to stay away from men like that. Instead of trying to, you know, dismiss everything that they're doing because of their status, because of their money, and because of how it can help to elevate you as well. Because yeah, it's elevated her status, but it's done nothing but tear down her brand. Ever since she got with him, this man has just really, like, the whole relationship has tore down her brand. And she's helped with that, don't get me wrong. But I just don't see where this relationship has really benefited her. I mean, besides the fact she has her beautiful baby, but that's about it. Let's see here. Salama, sorry if I mispronounced it, sent 30, says, I got my thick paycheck today. I had to show my love and support to you. Keeping up the good work. Love from Australia. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through, love. Aisha Crate says she was hype about that Masterpiece song being about her. That song told her everything she needed to know about how he really felt about her. I feel sad for her. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. Like I said, she probably didn't come to that conclusion by herself. He was telling her all that shit. Hence why she felt the need to put into a song, thinking that that was going to give her one up over the other baby's mothers. And now she's seeing herself in the same boat, just like Summer Walker. No, not trying to drag her into it. You know, great album, by the way. But let's keep it real. Summer Walker saw everything these other women was going through, but thought somehow, you know, maybe her looks, her box, whatever, was better than everybody else, that she wouldn't go through the same thing. And now she's making, you know, these deep songs about everything she's been through with London on the Track. You know, again, pay attention to the signs. That's why I said, anybody else get pregnant by Future, don't even send me shit. I don't care. I feel no ways. Don't post no IG story talking about how your baby ain't seen the daddy. He ain't sent no clothes. You need child support. I don't want to hear about shit if your baby's mother number, 3 through 9. Because I can see the first one. I can see the second one. Anybody else after that, I feel no ways. I just don't. You can't come on the internet crying your baby mother number 10 and you're mad that he's not treating you better than he treated baby mama number 1. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's see here. Taruja, I think I said it right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Says, thank you for keeping it 100. She is still a mother, which is hard, yet fulfilling and a thankless job. Both parents need to think about that baby. Exactly. And that's the part that's sad. This is her first baby. She's, a younger mom. And it's like she's trying to make it work, but she shouldn't have to put up with abuse and, just everything that he was doing to her just to make that situation work. I think she needs to be in a situation where she's taking care of herself and her child. Because the way he was talking to her, nah, that wasn't cool at all. Because you can't do all that flossing somebody and gassing them up and, letting them know that, yellow bone is what you want. And now all of a sudden, oh, you was just a side chick. We was never together. Them pictures say otherwise. Let's see here. Shelly J says, when somebody shows you who they are, please believe them. I'm not going to lie. I knew there was a reason I stopped caring for the baby. Shaking my head. Yeah, I feel you. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Ahub87 says at work, but definitely going to catch the playback. Hit the like button. It's freer than the baby's batter. These dudes are slinging. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Thank you. Miss Britt says when she started posting pics of them, I knew he was running her crazy. I don't care for her, but I agree. That shows some real problems. Yeah. Yeah, and that's my issue. The situation is sad. You can even hear the baby in the background cooing. Like, nobody's paying this child any mind. Baby's in the cool, I want some food. Oh, you're a fucking side chick. Nigga, you ain't shit. Cool, somebody feed me. Get out my house, side bitch. It's like, y'all don't hear the baby in the... Okay, all right, let me mind my business. It's ridiculous. Jesse Adams says, my only issue is she saw the red flags, but still had a baby with him. Exactly. Yeah, them red flags was there, bright red, standing alert. Yep. That's why I said, make sure that person wants you more than just your physicality, because it seems like that's all he wanted. Y'all laughing at my coos. I'm like, cool. Queen C, what's up, Queen C? She says, like her or not, the whole Danny situation is sad. Yeah, she should have took heed to the signs, but the way the trash treated her was disgusting. I feel genuinely bad for her. Nobody deserves this. Shake my head. Yeah, I definitely agree. Thank you for the super chat, love. Ramos says, me and my homeboy did a whole debate about DaBaby and Danny situation. I told him DaBaby was really a victim. Why not just call the police? He was intentionally gaslighting her to embarrass her. Exactly. Think about it like this, right? Because for the guys who don't get it, let me show y'all how he was gaslighting and embarrassing her on purpose and purposely trying to provoke her. He was saying things that would cut her. He knows her biggest fear, anxiety, and embarrassment is the fact that people have called her a side chick because of the whole Mimi situation, okay? But to me, Danny couldn't necessarily have been a side chick because, again, in between Mimi and Danny, he had a baby with somebody else. So why is nobody giving her any smoke? The one that was in between Mimi and Danny. So he knows that's one of her biggest, that's something that really bothers her. No woman wants to feel like if they're with a man that I'm a side chick. Nobody wants that label. That's not a good label. And especially if that's not how their relationship came to be. If he told her, I'm not with my other baby's mother, this other random girl just had my baby, I don't want to have nothing to do with her, I'm going to just take care of my kid, and he's saying sweet nothings to her, she does not want to be seen or looked at as a side chick. So case in point, for the guys who don't get it, that is like a girl telling you, right? The whole time you and her are messing around, let's keep it real. You have a little peen. She knows you have a little peen, but whatever, she's willing to work with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I don't care. You don't have to be, 12 inches. I'm cool with you being, I guess, 6 inches or 5 is little. So she's telling you this, like she's cool with it. Don't worry. You make me feel good. And then as soon as some shit goes down, all of a sudden, you little dick bitch, fuck you and your little dick. You can't. Y'all get what I'm saying now? Do y'all understand it from that? I have to go that way so the guys can understand where I'm coming from. No man wants to hear that. You can't turn around and tell me that I'm the little peen king when for months you were sucking on it happily and you weren't bothered by the size. But now that we're beefing, all of a sudden now, oh, it's whack, it's small, you're trash, you never made me come. You get what I'm saying? That's what he did to Danny in so many words, but reverse. When everything was cool, she was that yellow bone that he wanted. She was that chick. But now to cut her deep and make it hurt and get her triggered and gaslight her, you're a side chick. You're a side bitch. Even your parents know that you're a side bitch. Who says that? Who says that? That is that baby's grandparents. So that's how you can kind of understand where we're coming from as women when I just gave y'all that example of the small peen. Hopefully y'all get it. You know, you can't say that something is dope while you're there, and then once it's over, now you want to pull out, you know, now you want to like just cut down to the bone. Like that's not cool. Willie Waver sent $1.99 says, who child, the embarrassment. This is ghetto. Yeah, it really is. Thank you for the super chat. Ariel Waters says, love you, auntie. I don't think DaniLeigh is done with the baby. You know what? If she goes back to him, that's on her. That's on her. But don't go live again because I'm gonna keep on scrolling. I mean, it's stupid. Why go back to somebody who has just embarrassed you? This was national news, you guys. This was all, even the white mainstream outlets were covering this. You know it's real when the shit is off of the shade room. This was national news. This man has embarrassed her and got her a charge. If she goes back to him, she's goofy. Let's see here. Donna Dash sent $13.99 in Canadian money. Says, if you disrespect the mother of your child, you disrespect your child. Hope DaBaby is ready because when his daughters grow up, the tears that he caused their mothers are coming to his daughters. Speak on it. Folks think they can treat women any type of way. Remember, I said that about T.I. That's why he's so overly protective about Deja, because he knows all the bullshit that he put women through, you know, so he's trying to jump ahead of it so his daughter don't go through that. Still gonna happen, you know, because everybody has to experience their own bumps and bruises through life. No matter how much we try and protect our children, they're still gonna go through their own experiences through life. But yeah, it's sad, you know, the same tears that you cause those babies' mothers will be the same tears that you're wiping off your daughter's faces. That's a really true statement. Let's see here. Andrea B says, some of y'all need to stop acting like this is about the disrespect shown to Black women. If that was the case, you wouldn't support most of these men in hip hop, including DaBaby. Speak on it, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Bianca Alexis says, a yellow bone is what he wants. Violin emoji. She knew how annoying. Thank you for the super chat, love. Twassen John. Y'all got some interesting names. I'm here for it, though. Twassen. I like that. That's pretty. Says he played her like a fiddle, and it's the children who truly suffer. She couldn't see the forest through the trees, but I bet you she sees clearly now. Yeah. Hopefully she does. You know, and again, we've all been there. Maybe it's not to this extent, but anybody saying that they've been in a relationship and everything's just been perfect, they've never been played or mistreated or just gone through stuff, I give them the side eye. I don't believe it one bit. We've all been through things in life, you know? So again, how do you learn? You go through things, you go through these bumps and bruises, and then you have to make sure that you don't repeat them, because if you keep repeating the same cycle, then at that point, you're just insane. It's insanity. Repeating the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So that's where you have to jump off the hamster wheel and hold yourself accountable and tell yourself that you're not going to go back to that same toxic situation. And that's for not just Danny, but for anybody. There's lots of people going through things right now, you know? COVID is stressful. People have been going through things, their job, you know, the whole vaccine situation. So if you're feeling like you're in a situation and it's not a good fit and it's nothing but toxicity, I don't care if you're a man or if you're a woman, if it's a straight relationship, a gay relationship, put yourself first. At the end of the day, you have one life to live, and you don't want to waste your 20s while you're still young and vibrant and have, you know, your whole life ahead of you. You don't want to waste that on someone who does not deserve your energy. This is why you have a lot of bitter ass 40-year-olds out here, because they wasted their whole 20s, even some into their 30s, chasing nothing ass dudes who mistreated them, you know, just random, just ragged. And then by the time they get into their 40s, they're mad at the world, they're bitter, they're angry. Same with men. It's not just women. That's where you get a lot of these men too, who are just as old and bitter and washed up because nobody's checking for them. Because they was busy being the playboy, fucking everything that moved. And now that people see them for who they are, nobody's fucking with them in their old age. So now they're mad. And now they're trying to, you know, take their anger out on, you know, black women or women in general. So again, this is why a lot of people, once they get to a certain age, they're just angry and mad at the world. So be careful what you do in your 20s and 30s. Don't allow anybody to waste your time. Let's stop normalizing struggle relationships. And struggle relationships does not have anything to do with your net worth, with how much you have in the bank. That's not what it is to have a struggle relationship. It doesn't matter if you're poor or rich. You can be rich and be worth millions of dollars and be in a struggle relationship. Just because people are posting, you know, pictures on the gram of, oh, well, we're in Turks and Caicos. Oh, he got me a new, you know, got me some new red bottoms. I got a new Christian Dior bag. That does not mean anything if behind the scenes you're getting punched out, you're getting disrespected, you're getting talked down to crazy. So struggle relationships are real. This whole mentality of I need to stay in this marriage, I need to stay in this relationship just to say I have a man, just to say I have a woman. I know men whose women will cheat on them and play them, and because they're so embarrassed, they're staying and suffering and dealing with it. Hell no. Life is too short. Life is too damn short. If that person is not fulfilling your needs and giving you what you need, you have to move on eventually. Don't allow yourself to get complacent, especially if you're in your early 20s. Please do not do that in your 20s. It's not worth it, because you don't want to turn around by the time you're in your mid 30s and 40s like, damn, I wasted my whole from 20 to 29 holding down a knucklehead. Again, for men or women. Kira B says, I just stopped by to show some support. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Angie Click says, the fry cook reference never gets old and is always on time. Love you, T. Thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat, love. Angelia says, love you, Auntie. Love you too. Thank you for coming through. Angel Robinson says, hey, Auntie. Yeah, he wrong, but she naive, like she set herself up. Shake my head. But don't forget to like and subscribe and keep being beautiful, Auntie. Thank you so much, Angel. Appreciate you. Young Kobe said another 20 says, embarrassing. This is the image of the black man that will be constantly played over the internet. You can say the Sierra prayer. That doesn't mean make the same Sierra mistakes. He is not a representation of good black men, ladies. Thank you so much for that, Kobe. I appreciate you. And yeah, you're 100% right. Nobody should take this situation and paint all black men with one brush. You know, just like when there's situations concerning black women, like I always say, stop painting black women with all one brush. Everybody's their own individual, but it's sad because, again, these are the images that go viral of black men, you know, so, or even black relationships even. It's sad. Let's see here. Emily Santoni says, love the blue, speaking the truth as always. Thank you so much, Emily. Thanks for the super chat. Black Forest says, and she's slow and a straight colorist. I feel nothing for neither. He's a narcissist, but I wish you would defend the women who held him down like you're doing Danny. So did you miss the entire stream? What women didn't I defend? I defended Mimi, his baby's mother. I defended the very first baby's mother, so I'm confused as to what I'm not defending. At the end of the day, the whole situation is messed up. What y'all want me to do is come on here and just cuss this girl out. Sorry, that's not my energy. If y'all want to go and troll her and cuss her out, that's your business. I'm not going to do that. I'm speaking sense to young girls that don't make the same mistakes that Danny has made. But I guess you must have missed the stream why I had took up for Mimi. But okay, child. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Donna Dash says, I'm sorry, but knowing DaBaby's history of violence, I don't believe that she hit him and he did nothing, knowing he hit back most likely. Oh, yeah, I can definitely see it where they were hitting at each other. Because we all know he's quick to hit on strangers. How many times has he been sued and arrested for beating up on people? He has a very violent energy about himself. And that's not excluding the 2 people that he killed, like the person he killed. You know, so, yeah, I could see them both putting their hands on each other. But I also feel like he may have even turned on the live to take heat from him from all this shit he'd been going through with the LGBT community. So that might have been another thing playing in the back of his mind. Let me do this to make myself look more of the victim and look, you know, like I'm going through so much in the midst of all the drama that he had with the whole LGBT comment where he talked about people having HIV. So that might have even been a possibility as well. Let's see here. Samantha says, DaBaby has no respect for women in general. He should have been canceled a long time ago. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Let's see. Rose sending love from Ratchet, Florida. The realest on these YouTube streets. They not ready for you. Love you. Love you too, and thank you. Don says the plan B don't work if you're ovulating. Well, hope y'all are listening to that. I don't know. I've never taken plan B, so I don't know. But yeah, I for me, that part just really turned me off because the way he was talking to her and what they were going through. And then when she admitted that they had just had raw sex and the guy acts like he's still disgusted by the fact that she had this baby. It just does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He's basically using her as a cum dumpster. I'm sorry. Hiawana, thank you so much for the $44.99. Thank you for the super chat. Tina 1 million says, hey T, have you heard what Little Uzi said at the day in Vegas? Sorry if you did already. I will wound back a bit. No, I don't know what he said. What did he say at the day in Vegas? Somebody write it. I didn't hear it. Let's see. Mimi needs to be quiet too because she said Danny to her, because what she said Danny to her, Mimi did to his ex-girlfriend named Sierra. He was messing with Mimi while he was in a public relationship with someone else. He made her look 20 times worse. So I didn't even know that. So again, all of these chicks being okay with side chick culture, thinking they're going to be different. So you're saying before there was even a Mimi, there was a girl named Sierra that he was with, and that Mimi was the side chick. So yeah, karma has no expiration date if that's true. So thank you for the super chat. Let me see if I can see what y'all said about Uzi. Yeah, definitely, Anta Chase. You get them how you lose them how you get them. That's the truth. Uzi says, don't stop my rage. Oh, I did see that. Okay, who wrote that? Yeah, thank you so much. I did see that because I think somebody was like about to pass out or they were fainting and he was like, don't stop my rage. I thought that was just stupid, especially given everything that happened at the Travis Scott situation, you know? And is rage equivalent to energy? Because he's not really a rager. So is it just like, you know, don't stop the transfer of energy at my show? Who cares about this person fainting? Knowing that it could go from fainting into something more serious. So I did see that. I thought that was just real tacky. Black Forest says, this can't be behind birth control. She wants another baby, not him. And isn't he the dad don't have rights to? She wanted Mimi's shoes, period, and realized they're not easy to fill. Shake my head. Babies don't keep a man. Yep, that's true. Kids will never keep a man. People should realize that. Fundamental Understanding Sin 5 says, DaBaby resents Danny because her family don't like that black baby. I'm not even buying that. I think he threw that out there again to gaslight black women to jump on his team. I'm not even buying that. I don't buy that at all. And I'm not saying that Dominican families can't be racist and colorist, because many of them are. Let's keep that real. But I feel like he threw that out there to gaslight because of the whole yellow bone situation, you know? Because even the sister came out and was like, okay, this makes no sense. You're trying to say we haven't been around the baby. We haven't seen the baby. We threw her whole baby shower. We've been supporting her. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even show up to the baby shower. And I think, too, it might be a situation where the family may have washed their hands of her because they've told her, because I know even the mama was on social media saying that they told her about the baby and how he treats her, and she wasn't listening. And at what point, you know, you can only tell your 26-year-old child so much. And after a while, when people keep seeing you running back to the same person and dealing with the same bullshit, people get tired and people fall back. So that might be the situation where it's not even so much that he's black, but the way that he's treating their daughter, you know? So you got to look at it from just different, you know, aspects. But thank you for the super chat. Rose D says, I like what Mimi said. DaniLeigh thought the red flags were for the carnival, but the situation is sad. I never cared to support DaBaby. Yeah. Yeah, no, them red flags aren't just for the carnival, honey. They make sense in real life. Thank you so much. Misty Blue sent 20 says, if they will do it with you, they will do it to you. Women need to get like men. As soon as you say, I have a boyfriend, they back down. Yet women act like being a side chick is being crowned Miss Universe. We give these men too much power. Thank you so much for the super chat, Misty. Appreciate you. Terrell Allen sent 5. She says, too many women on here judging DaniLeigh as if they come from perfect homes and have perfect men in their lives. Thank you for the super chat as well. Let's see. Scott Pierce says, nah, I had to send another super chat because y'all are tripping. You can do a lot with 5 inches. Little Peen King, stay strong. Oh! Oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit a sensitive spot, Scott. Were they roasting Little Peen Kings in the chat? I didn't see. So y'all was going, don't y'all be in the chat making Little Peens feel bad, okay? They need love too. I was not expecting that super chat. Thank you so much, Scott. But I'm glad you understood where I was coming from with that, though. Yeah, okay. You know they gonna go in the damn chat, honey. That's what they do. Let's see here. Cass nailed it. Says, hey T, what do you think about Mimi saying Danny did a love spell? I wonder how she would know. I don't know. I thought she was kind of reaching with that. The whole, she put voodoo on him. She put, you know, witchcraft, whatever she was saying. I wasn't buying that. You know, people always want to make excuses for when a man leaves. He just wasn't shit and left to go be with the next chick. All this, oh, you casted a spell. What, you know what I'm saying? You got voodoo in the coochie. You know, I'm not buying all that. He just wanted to fuck around. So I don't think she had to cast any spells on him. He's a damn dog ass dude. Look at all the women that he's cheated on and had kids with, you know? So yeah, I don't think that he had to do all that. Oh, let me see. I see a bunch of trucks. Agent Matt must be in the building. Let me see. Agent Matt sent $50. He says, what's trucking? Hope all is well. Thank you so much. I'm doing good. Thank you for coming through. I'm glad you got the alert. All you see is the trucks. Y'all are such a mess. Let's see here. Lexi J says, hey, watching. Oh, hey, I'm from Wyoming. T, happy I caught alive before I head to work. I love you and been watching you for years. Keep speaking your truth. Thank you so much, Lexi. I've never been to Wyoming. I only hear about Wyoming from Kanye because that's like where his other house is. But thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Jay Williams says, did you watch Angie Martinez's interview with Ashanti and her sister? Her sister was discussing her abusive relationship with Slow Bucks, Meek Mill's best friend. No, I have not seen that yet. But I remember, I think it was like a year ago when she posted her black eyes. Like, that was just really disturbing. I remember seeing those pictures that she posted. again, that's why I always say everything that glitters is not gold, you know, and people need to just be very mindful when judging somebody else's situation, because you might think you had the perfect man and end up in a situation like Ashanti's sister and so many other women. So the whole thing is just, it's crazy, but I'm gonna have to check that out. So thank you, Jay. Elevating Nikki B says, I need some of these men to understand that if they're creating multiple broken homes, they're not good fathers, that they don't deserve a medal for doing what they're supposed to be doing as fathers. Child, if you don't preach, thank you. Because I kept hearing him say, I'm a good father. I'm a good father. I'm here for my kids. Again, you can't be the best father if you're in different households. Because while he's there with DaniLeigh's baby, where are the other children? My point exactly. So again, being a good father is trying to create a home, not creating multiple broken homes. Regardless if the baby's mothers all get along, it's better for children to be raised in the same household with two loving parents, you know, who are on the same wavelength and who want the best for their family. But again, if the situation is toxic, then yes, you don't need to be together. But yeah, he doesn't get an award in my book for that. So I definitely agree with you. Phoenix Black says, parents, please use this as a teachable moment for your sons and daughters. Gotta break the cycle. Exactly. I feel like that's how people should be looking at it, as a teachable moment. I definitely agree with you, as opposed to just laughing and joking. And, you know, I'm here for the memes because that's what the internet's going to do. The internet, you know, does that. But I hope people are also taking something away from this and understanding, you know, understanding the gravity of the situation and not finding themselves in that situation in the future. And especially, like I said, women who look like DaniLeigh, who are praised for having features like DaniLeigh, also need to understand that superficial shit is not going to keep a man, you know. So don't allow somebody to gas you up to the point where you think that you're way up here and you can never be knocked off that throne, because he's showing her who he really is. Ayana says, as a 16-year-old, I'll be taking this advice with me my whole life. Not everything is what it seems. Amen. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming through, sis. So let me go ahead. I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. It doesn't even feel like it. It's like time just be flying. So let me get off of the DaniLeigh situation. I wanted to talk about everything that's going on with this lawsuit with Drake and Travis Scott. Now, what I found really funny was yesterday, they were all posted up together in a picture. Let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick. I said, Drake thinks he is slick, honey. So him, Kanye, and Jay Prince all met up in Texas. And I wrote, great distraction, Drake. And this is them in the club. There's music playing, but tell me why Kanye is just yelling. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell's going on with Kanye? So all the fans were super hyped up yesterday on social media. They were super happy about them coming together. But for me, this is the only reason why they did it, because he has been named officially in the lawsuit. And now the tally is in $750 million. That's worth more than his net worth, Travis Scott's net worth, and I don't know how much Live Nation is worth, but that's a lot of damn money. Let me go ahead and read you guys this article here from NBC News. So they're saying a lawsuit seeking more than $750 million, damn, was filed Tuesday on behalf of at least 125 Astroworld victims, including 21-year-old Axel Acosta, who was killed at the show. The crowd surged at rapper Travis Scott's Houston festival, left 10 people dead and many more injured. Dozens of lawsuits against Scott and Live Nation Entertainment, Inc. have been filed. The suit filed by Busby law firm also listed rapper Drake, who had joined Scott halfway through his Astroworld set, and the Apple Music, which was streaming the festival, and defendants among others. So that is the tea right now. I mean, that's a big lawsuit. Now, I will say this. I wonder if more artists are going to be named, because of course they're going to go after the two biggest, which is Travis and Drake. But remember, if you watch my documentary, that bullshit had been going on all day. They were raging during Don Toliver, Master P singing the damn I Really Miss My Homie's funeral song, telling folks, you know, I hope y'all don't die. And then when he was playing Make Him Say, the crowd got hyped again. Some folks got hurt. So I wonder if there's going to be more people named in this, you know? But like I said, I just feel like it's a lot going on with this whole situation. Also, I think I'm going to put in a video, but the little boy that died, Ezra Blunt, I'm getting bad vibes from the daddy. I'm getting weird vibes from the dad. You know, the media he's trying to spin it along with the media that the 9-year-old was this huge Travis Scott fan. But as we have done a lot of research and digging on Discord, digging through his social media pages, what we found out is that the daddy is the biggest Travis Scott stan I've ever seen. He has Astroworld tattooed all over his arm. He has Travis Scott's face tattooed on him. Now, I done seen Tupac tattoos. I done seen Biggie tattoos. I've never seen anybody tattoo Travis Scott's face on them, especially a grown-ass man. The man is team Astroworld all the way. Even while the baby was in the hospital on life support, he was posting pictures of his son and playing Travis Scott's music to it on TikTok. And I thought that was really weird. Let me see if I can find the pictures for y'all. It's in the Discord. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If not, I might just have to do a video on it. Because now he's been pushing that GoFundMe. He's made several $1,000s off of GoFundMe off the little boy already. But what is very strange to me, hold on, let me see if I can do a search. Because I want to show y'all the tattoos and we was going in on him the other day. Let's see. I got to pull up the search. Let me see. That's the one. Let me go to the next page. Okay. I think this is the page. I'm trying to pull up the tattoos for y'all. It's a lot of, because it was like everybody was talking about it the other day. Let's see if I can find it. It's like the weirdest thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. People were talking about it. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Okay, so y'all see the tattoo on the arm right there? And then that's the one with Travis Scott's face. And it came from Petty Blog. So I thought that was just like weird. So everybody was talking about that. Then we were like digging more like through his page. And he's like a huge, huge Travis Scott fan. So my thing is this. He said that he was in the mosh pit holding his son on his shoulders, which is weird because he's 9. It's not like he's 4. 9-year-olds are pretty big. So he said that idol worship. He said that he just passed out cold and the little boy fell on the ground and then was somehow, stomped on. But what's disturbing is if you watch the documentary, what did everybody who fell in the crowd say? They had to fight, physically fight to get through the crowd, like to get out the little mosh pit, out the human crush. They had to fight. Everybody was screaming help. So my thing is, he said he was passed out. So if he was physically passed out, that means you're not there, right? You're physically passed out. There's no way for you to physically fight. Explain to me how he got up out the mosh pit. Explain to me if he was passed out, how did he not get crushed on? And then the thing is, when you see kids on somebody's shoulder, like remember I was showing y'all in the video, the 5-year-old who was on his dad's shoulders at the Astroworld event. When people see little kids like that, the whole crowd is looking at the kid like, oh, look, there's a baby in VIP. There's a baby right here. Like everybody was looking at this 5-year-old kid. So you mean to tell me if a 9-year-old is sitting on this man's shoulders and he falls, nobody saw the kid fall, nobody ran to try and pull the kid up before more people fell on the kid? I don't know. The whole thing just sounds suspect. The whole thing just sounds really, really strange to me. And I'm not saying that he didn't care about the child, because you could tell they had a very, very close relationship. But the fact that he tried to quickly spin it as if the child was the fan when he is clearly the fan, to me makes no sense. So I wonder if he sat the son down, because 9-year-olds are not light. 9-year-olds are heavy as hell. I don't know. 9-year-olds are heavy. They're damn near the size of an adult, right? They're half the size of an adult. It's not like a 2-year-old. So I wonder if what happened is the 9-year-old was standing by himself next to the father, you know, probably raging and having fun and enjoying the show. And then he got lost in the crowd. Because remember, the crowd is like water. Remember, everybody kept saying, when you're in those type of situations, it's like water. The white boy said every 3 to 4 minutes, it was a new face in front of him. Remember that. Every 3 to 4 minutes, it was a new face. Because when you have a bunch of humans in a crowd like that, it's like being in a little tidal wave. Everybody's just moving. So I think what happened is that they were having fun and the boy got lost in the crowd of people during the little crowd surge. I just don't believe this story about him being on his shoulders and he accidentally passed out, but don't got not one bruise on him. But your son is in ICU. I'm just saying. The whole thing just sounds, it sounds crazy. Somebody said my 7-year-old is 60 pounds. That's what I'm saying. Them kids is heavy as hell. Shit. I ain't holding no damn 2. I can barely hold a 2-year-old, let alone a 9-year-old on my neck. Absolutely not. Now, granted, he's a big man, but the average person is not going to hold a 9-year-old on their neck and shoulders throughout an entire show. You're just not. The 9-year-old is old enough to stand on his own. He walked into Astroworld on his own, but then somehow he ended up on his shoulders. It just doesn't make any sense. These kids eat good nowadays. They're damn heavy. Okay, these aren't the kids of yesteryear. These kids are thick. Most of them don't even look damn 9. They look like they're about damn 12. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I feel like there's more to the story. And then they ran to Herp and, you know, file a lawsuit, maybe to take away the guilt and shit, you know. Let's Herp and file a lawsuit against Travis Scott. I think it was his day to watch the child, you know, maybe father and son day. You know, fun day, because there's other things there. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, initially I was like, why was the 9-year-old even there? But from what people told me, Astroworld, there's amusements there. So there's games, there's food trucks, there's, you know, Ferris wheels. So I can see people taking their younger kids there to go get on the rides and have fun. But then I don't see a responsible parent taking their child into the actual show, because the speakers are loud enough where you could just heard it from, like, you know, away from the crowd and just had fun. But I really think that that's what happened, you guys. I'm a good reader of bullshit. That story has never sat well with me, and it makes me so sad that this 9-year-old boy, as adorable as he is and was, he lost his life, and for what? I feel like he was standing next to the father. I don't feel like the father was holding him and he passed out. I'm not buying that story, because there's no way that he passed out and then came to and nobody was on him. No, you know, remember they said everybody was on the ground. People were stepping on these people, you know, alive or dead. They were stepping on bodies of other people, not even realizing it. Some people thought that the people that they were stepping on were beanbags, only to finally look down and be like, oh my God, I'm stepping on somebody. So he survived this crush. No one really stepped on him. He just came to and went straight to the place to go look for his child. I'm not buying it. The whole thing is sad. Kalina Malia, says the father is telling on himself he was aware of what was about to go down. Yeah, some people are even saying, is this some type of sacrifice? You know, who knows? Because the whole thing is just really, really weird, you know? But this story's not panning out to me. But what we do know is that the young child was severely hurt and he's now passed away. But something about the story, it just does not make sense. And another thing that's bothering me with this lawsuit, the way it's being done, not even this one that's coming out, but you're seeing, people have been sending me screenshots of even like, you can be on TikTok, you can be on Instagram, and it's almost like, hey, were you hurt at Astroworld? Were you in a crush? Did you lose somebody? Call this number to file it's like they're just trying to petition for lawsuits now. And my issue is a lot of these people in the crowd were not innocent. Okay? A lot of the crowd were the ones who caused a lot of this mess. Travis Scott, yes, I hold him accountable. Live Nation, yes, I hold them accountable. Drake is a whole weirdo. I'm going to hold him accountable just because. I don't like that little heart thing on his head. But as far as like all these people now running to file a lawsuit, how do we know that some of these people weren't the anarchists? Weren't the people in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit, stepping on people? Because remember the one girl said she had been waiting in the front all day. She said there were people plotting in that crowd. Like, we're going to overtake the people in the front so we can get closer to Travis. They were punching females in the back of their heads, knocking women down. So I think, and I don't know how they're going to see who did what, but I think folks need to be really careful running with these lawsuits with these folks. I mean, of course, there are some real victims, don't get me wrong, but there are also people who are on some bullshit and who are on some bad behavior at that Astroworld event. And I would hate to think that somebody who caused the death of somebody else willingly or unknowingly can now stand to get paid. That's disturbing. And that's what they need to figure out, because everybody in that audience was not innocent. So I don't know. It's very disturbing though. Let's see here. Queen Sen 5 says, I swear I sit back and watch and learn from other people's mistakes. I know my worth. Love you, T. Love you too. And thank you so much for coming through. I've been on here already an hour and 36 minutes. I'm gonna get ready to log off in just a moment here. Let's see here. Joe Botts at 1999 says, I'm not gonna lie. After the Emily B and Fab situation, I don't expect much anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you. And you see, Emily went back to him and had a whole nother baby with him. So yeah, thank you for the super chat. Donna Dash says, also, why are we bringing kids to adult concerts? Yeah, and like I said, I'll give him a little bit of space and a little bit of an excuse for bringing the child, because like I said, from what people said, the Astroworld event had rides, they had games, they had food. So they had things that kids like to do. It's kind of like a carnival theme. So I understand the kid being there if the kid is supposedly a fan of Travis's music, just like the father. But again, as a responsible adult, then you keep him over there by the rides. You keep him over there in the safe space, because you can clearly hear the music. The speakers are loud as hell, so you can clearly hear the music all through the Astroworld event. So there was no reason for him to take him into the crowd. That was the father being a stan of Travis that made him just not even think with common sense and take that child into that crowd, because he was more worried about getting close to Travis, unfortunately. The whole thing is sad. Fifi says, once again, YouTube is on that BS. They know damn well I love to sit with Auntie. I'm going to start this over. Happy to see your face. Thank you so much, Fifi. Thanks for coming through, sis. Curly and Unconventional says, girl, that man sacrificed his son. Child. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all are wilding. Let's see here. Donna says, Live Nation has a history of past events going haywire. Something about this is more than what they're saying. They set these artists up big time. Yeah, this goes deep. If you haven't seen the doc, check it out. It goes deep. But we've seen other festivals, okay, that have had just as many people, and it's never been this much chaos. So it was a perfect storm. Part of it is Travis Scott, the shit that he perpetuates and promotes, the whole raging thing. And I mean, my thing is, when did raging and mosh pits really start getting infused into hip hop? That used to be more rock and roll, you know, the bikers, white guys. But now you see that stuff merging more with hip hop. Okay. And so he was definitely a catalyst in this, but definitely Live Nation. I mean, the things that they were doing to cut corners were just ridiculous. Like I said, none of this is truthful. It was way more than 50,000 people there, because they initially were bragging months ago that 100,000 tickets were sold out in a matter of hours. So how did it go from 100,000 tickets months ago to 50,000? None of this is making sense. There's video footage with literally tons of bodies on the ground, but they swerping down, only 8 people died, or now they moved it up to 10. So something is not clean in the buttermilk with all of this. You know, am I saying that lawsuits shouldn't be filed? No. I mean, we live in America. If you've been hurt, get compensated. But my issue is they need to really vet the people who are running to jump on these lawsuits, because some of these people who are jumping on these lawsuits also caused damage that killed people. Because the woman who was in the VIP beating on the 14-year-old and acting like this was a fucking Squid Games and kicking people out of VIP, should she be able to just join in the lawsuit because she had a bad time at Astroworld and could just make up, you know, anything and say, oh, well, I was hurt, I passed out too? Where's the vetting process? Because there was a lot of bad behavior that took place at Astroworld. And it would suck if the people who died are being victimized again, because the people, you know, who helped to do all this and create all this chaos are not being compensated by this huge, you know, lawsuit that they're trying to file. Because I'm not seeing too much of a vetting process, you know, outside of the people who died and their families. I'm not talking about them. But there's a lot of other people that are also jumping on. There's a lot of things being posted on social media, phone numbers you can call to, you know, jump on these class action lawsuits. I don't like that. That's a slippery slope for me. I'm not feeling that at all. Not when you have people straight up being anarchist. And this is what anarchy causes. You know, a bunch of people hurt and dead, and because of what? They want to go to a performance to go watch their favorite entertainer. So the whole thing is really sad. Let's see here. Jelly says somebody blocked Justin, the man they're spamming. Jelly, I'm gonna make you a mod. Go ahead and block them, since the mods aren't doing it. Let's see here. Trendy Lock says he has Travis tatted on him before his own son. Oh, damn, I didn't even think about that. Well, to be fair, we haven't seen his whole body naked, so you know he may have his son on his back or on his chest. So yeah, let's be fair. I don't want to be, you know, let me not speculate. He could, and we just don't see it. You know, he could have the baby on him, so let me not speculate. But thank you for the super chat, love. Shaniqua P says, I finally got a notification for the live. I'm really hyped. Just hung up with my cuz to get on. Love you. Sending love. How are they going to send you a notification? The show's almost over. I'm glad you were able to join us. You're going to have to rewatch it, though. See, YouTube be playing. But you notice everybody was able to come in here tonight thanks to Patreon and everything else, because y'all were able to get the alerts right away. So YouTube be playing. Let's see here. Saya Dane. Y'all got some interesting names today. It's like all these interesting names. I'm like trying to pronounce them. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. She says, Auntie, that's why I love you. You look at all sides of the situation. You pay attention and keep me on my toes. Keep on doing you. You're my favorite person to watch on YouTube. Love you. Love you too. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Flower Child says, if you've been in an abusive relationship, you know the signs and the triggers. He was gaslighting her the whole time. Agreed. Thank you for the super chat. Aaliyah says, hey T, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I definitely will. Annie Slim says, hey T, I didn't know you were live. I'll watch the playback. I enjoyed the documentary, but it did hold heavy on my spirit. I definitely spiritually cleansed after watching. Love you. I'm an OG tea sipper. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's why I hadn't been even able to come on. Like last night, well, not even last night, yesterday, I took a long nap. That was like the first time I slept in probably 3 days. It's been a lot, you know. It's very dark when you're having to like go through that footage and make connections, and it was a lot. So yeah, I told people if you're spiritually sensitive, definitely pray before watching the documentary. And if you're scary, don't even watch it at night, because the first one is very creepy. So you may want to watch that during the day with, you know, the windows open and stuff like that. Because I go deep. I go very, very deep. So thank you so much. So you guys, on that note, we had over 13,000 people in here. Thank you so much, everybody who came through. Thank you for joining me today. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. Hopefully we'll find out some more information on the Young Dolph situation, but RIP to him. You know, once again, I just want everybody to be safe, use discernment, just be really careful out here. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of negativity being put out here. You know, murder is up, robberies, violence is up all over the country. That demon time energy is still very strong. So just make sure you guys keep yourself safe, keep yourself prayed up, be aware of your surroundings, you know, at all times. And once again, you guys, just thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And ladies, know your self-worth. Never let a man determine your worth and how you feel about yourself. Same for men. You know, never let a woman determine your self-worth. Know your self-worth and know your value in a relationship. And if that other person does not understand or respect the value that you bring to that relationship, that is not the relationship you should be in. So on that note, you guys, I'm out. Thank you guys once again for joining me. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.